For the first race for the Formula Fords from Timaru, Andre Heimgartner, his second pole lines up alongside John Whelan. Matt Williams from 3, Stefan Webbling, the championship leader from 4, go back to Tim Vickers and the ever-improving Andrew Vincent. Row 4 start for Henry Thomas Kircher and Ralph Godwin, all Christchurch 4th row. Chris Block, also from Christchurch, from row 5 alongside Brendan Leach. Steve Heffernan alongside Richard Vickers. Vickers with a few dramas in qualifying, and Tony Graham completes the lot. Here's how they line up for the first race for the Formula Fords from Timaru. Andre Heimgartner, his second pole lines up alongside John Whelan. Matt Williams from 3, Stefan Webbling, the championship leader from 4, go back to Tim Vickers and the ever-improving Andrew Vincent. Row 4 start for Henry Thomas Kircher and Ralph Godwin, all Christchurch 4th row. Chris Block, also from Christchurch, from row 5 alongside Brendan Leach. Steve Heffernan alongside Richard Vickers. Vickers with a few dramas in qualifying, and Tony Graham completes the lineup at Timaru. As ever, one of the highlights for the Motorsport New Zealand Premier Race Championship Series is the hotly contested Formula Fords looking for the race start. Race 1 here at Timaru. Lights out and a great start off the outside of the front row from Dunedin's John Whelan, former New Zealand Formula Ford champion, joined in commentary by another Formula Ford racer, Mark Pedersen. That was a great start from Whelan.
Yeah, not at all surprising, Jamie, because when you look down that initial start shot, you'll see the left-hand side, which is a pole shot. There was rubber and stuff everywhere. So, look, he's doing a sterling job, not all surprised. But what Matt Williams got here, down the back straight, look, the draft here, Jamie, in case you're going to ask, won't really come into effect here. So this is going to come down to driver skill.
So John Whelan with the initial advantage. Andre Heimgartner slots into second, Matt Williams third. Stefan Webbling, the championship leader after Timaru, heading into the 4th round this weekend. That was Andrew Vincent just working his way through there. He's made a good start up inside the top 6. There might have been Brendan Leach just dropping a wheel off out of the exit of turn number 4.
Good thing about the circuit, we see the scrapping guy come out in these guys. They have to in this race circuit because there's not a great deal of passing opportunity. So when you're going to pass someone, you've got to set it up 2 or 3 corners before, and you've got to back yourself.
It's a pretty graphic shot there of how much debris has already built up off the racing line as they complete lap number 1 of 10, race 1 for the New Zealand Formula Ford Championship, 4th round here at Timaru. So Stefan Webbling, the championship leader, by 13 points over teammate Andre Heimgartner, with Matt Williams in 3rd, just 19 out of the lead. So the top 3 covered by just 19 points. There were some big changes off the back of Timaru because Webbling's got some momentum with 2 consecutive round wins.
And it just proves how quick the fortunes can change for the other guys. Matt Williams went into that round quite comfortably in the lead of the championship, thought he was in for big things, and he faltered. And of course the other guys are catching up. So look, anything can happen. We're at the halfway through the championship right now, so still early days.
Big handful there for Ralph Godwin. And he's got Henry Thomas Kircher and Andrew Vincent battling side by side, and behind Henry Thomas Kircher drops the right side wheels off the exit of the track. That was a big gather and save for Ralph Godwin in the pack and save number 27 as Kircher launches down the inside of Vincent.
Yeah, one of the favoured passing spots here is coming into this hef, and you come in there quick. You've got to kind of ruffle the guy a couple of corners before to make that move stick. He's executed it very well.
So Godwin was on a bit of a charge there. Let's have a look at the peak antifreeze replay. That is as close as you're going to get to going completely around off the exit of turn 4 on the run to 5. Vincent battling there with Henry Thomas Kircher. Matt Williams in the 3rd spot, really struggled for car balance at Timaru, lost the championship lead, but as we said, it's close, just 19 points covering the top 3 in the championship. It's Stefan Webbling just in behind him. These two have traded a little bit of paint at a couple of the rounds, but it's still Dunedin's John Whelan with the race lead here. I think just sort of settling down a little bit as I think they're sizing each other up.
You're right, but one thing we're going to see at this Timaru circuit is impatience, and patience plays a big part here because it's so tight and technical. You'll see all the cars going line astern here. At some stage, someone's going to make a desperate move. When they do, normally 3 or 4 cars will be involved in it.
Oh, Stefan Webbling with oversteer. He was sideways through the infield, so Tim Vickers right in behind him. Vickers 4th in the championship. Here's another peak antifreeze replay. That is young Brendan Leach going for a big skate.
Brendan can be very thankful that that part of the circuit is not wet, because if that was in the wet or the grass was slightly damp, those cars just sail. And the only thing that stops them, Jamie, is that big old tyre bank on the outside.
So John Whelan, your race leader, chased by Heimgartner, Williams, Webbling, Vickers. We've seen some sensational racing from these youngsters right throughout the championship. So down onto the back straight, can Webbling get a run? We've got two Miguels here, so they should be pretty similar in straight line speed. He's got a good run
right down the inside. He's going to make the stick, actually.
Yeah, he got the big draft. Did he pull up alongside? No, he didn't get it. So Williams is obviously not lacking for horsepower in a straight line.
That's a big surprise, actually, because normally when you're that far down, you back yourself going into turn 4. That's a really good save.
So Webbling, the championship leader. Second of the Superlux team entries run by Motorsport Solutions. John Crawford out of Christchurch. You just feel that it's just building. Something is going to happen. We've seen it all year.
It's got that look to it, hasn't it? Everybody's a little bit impatient. Coming up to lap 5 now. The cars are starting to move around a bit, so obviously they've engineered the cars for the first 3 or 4 laps, so it's probably a matter of survival from this point on.
Down to the line to complete lap 5. Whelan having to cover now a little bit. Andre Heimgartner looking pretty strong.
Yeah, that's more than a little bit, Jamie. Actually, he's all over like a rash. One thing you'll see in these cars is, we won't see in some of the other supporting races, is they do not want to hit the big curves. You'll see the guys staying away from them as far as they can. If you hit the big curves of one of these cars, it launches the cars and they become very unpredictable.
All right, Webbling lining up for another look. Well, a half look as Heimgartner shows his hand. He goes to the inside of Whelan, down into 4. Heimgartner through to the lead.
Here, Jamie. Watch for the crossover.
Yeah, Whelan got a little bit out of shape and behind him. I think he just compromised his exit speed off 4.
Rain.
A little bit of rain starting to come in. So what's this going to do?
Look, won't do anything at this stage. It's got to be a lot of rain because there's a fair bit of ambient temperature in the circuit. It'll dry itself straight off. Probably a little bit more unconcerning than anything because the driver will see it on their visor. Yeah, look, nothing on it at all.
Well, there's a fair bit of rain. You can just see it on that camera shot, and it's coming in. The wind keeps changing direction here at Timaru, having watched the qualifying sessions this morning. So Andre Heimgartner, well, he showed his hand. He got a run on Whelan. Through to the lead goes the youngster. Whelan second, Matt Williams third, still Webbling in 4th. Vickers in 5th in the top 5. We've got a little bit of a breakout now from Ralph Godwin in the 6th position ahead of Andrew Vincent. Then you go back to Chris Flock, rejoining the championship in the bright blue number 9, Van Diemen. Again, they're starting to fan out and launch an attack. Whelan goes to the outside. May open up an opportunity to the inside for Matt Williams.
Just crossover here. No, Andre knows what he's going to do. See, what John would have done is he would have gone to the outside and hoping to cut across the inside of the track to make the passing move stick. But these guys...
Oh, Heimgartner sideways.
Look, nothing will come of that.
He's still sideways.
Yeah, but then he's on the outside here. Matt Williams may take advantage of this right down the inside.
Webbling's all over them as well. So Heimgartner with the little mistake over the back of the circuit. Must be getting a little bit slippery, probably more so the northern end of the circuit.
Yeah,
almost it looks like a track of 2 halves. One end's dry, one end's a little bit wetter.
Yeah, obviously I'm no weather predictor because I said it wouldn't affect these cars, but I couldn't be any more wrong even if I tried. They're moving around, it's catching these guys out, but you're right, Jamie. This part of the track looks bone dry. They get to the other part, it looks like it's quite slippery.
So the fastest lap's been set at a 6.0 by Stefan Webbling, a 106.0. They're now in the mid-7, so they've lost a 1.5 seconds in outright lap speed, so it's definitely slowing them up.
Yeah, it'll be from this point onwards, coming into the braking zone, turn 4 at the end of the straight there, they'll be suffering all the way through.
Heimgartner has to go defensive. Whelan trying to find his way around. That's going to be a big move to try and get it to stick through turn 4. John Jones Steele may get the crossover here, as you called earlier, Mark. No! Heimgartner holds on to it to 5. Matt Williams with the best seat in the house. He's back there waiting for these two to get together in front of him, but he's got to be careful because Webbling's right up underneath the rear gearbox of the number 29 Miguel.
You just know that if one of these guys falter, then the freight train is just going to leapfrog them, isn't it? It's going to come through.
Don't want to make a mistake inside the last couple of laps. Heimgartner again a little bit sideways out of that second to last corner.
Okay, now that's probably hurt him more than we realised because Whelan may have looked down the inside. The problem is, Jamie, if he peels to the left of the screen, they've got all that marbles, all the loose rubber, everything. So really it's restricting the ability they've got to do that last minute dive down the inside.
It almost looks like Andre's struggling with rear brakes, maybe just the brake bias setting because he keeps stepping the rear of the car out under brakes.
Yeah, probably also because they engineered that car for the first part of the race, as I imagine everybody did. It's quite cooling conditions here. It's a matter of survival from here on in.
So Whelan right in behind, pulls out to the outside again, down into 4. Again, I think he's going for that crossover, but Matt Williams is right there with him. Has he got a run this time? He crossed
he's on
over.
The inside, he's got it.
He's got him. Williams had to cover Webbling. Through to the lead again goes John Whelan. That was a great pass. He set that up in the corner before.
You're right, he has been rehearsing that, hasn't he, for the last 3 or 4 laps, and he finally finally knew when he had to make that all-important transition from one side of the track to the other to get the run down the inside. Andre realised he was coming through. Smart man realised he's in for the championship here. He's looking for the bigger picture.
Well, hard to believe John Whelan has not won a race in the championship, heading into the 4th round here at Timaru for the season. Former New Zealand Formula 4 champion, of course, out of the BNC V8s from last season. So Whelan with a couple to go under pressure from Heimgartner, Matt Williams, Stefan Webling and Tim Vickers. Andrew Vincent now up into the 6th position in the Hydrolink Stealth.
John Whelan, just on that last corner, turn 3 as we say, come on the back straight, he's just pulled 4 or 5 car lengths, which is probably just enough to break what little draft there may be on these McGow 3 cars behind them that all battling. Here we go.
So you got the Van Diemen Stealth holding off the 3 McGows. So Heimgartner's won 3 races for the championship, Tim Vickers 2, Matt Williams with 3 as well. So Johnny Whelan looking for his first win to become the 5th different winner in the championship for the 10-11 season.
So he's been knocking on the door all season long, hasn't he? And if he can pull this off, which I'm pretty certain he will, you've got to take your hat off to him because he's done it the hard way.
Well, you spent a little bit of time this morning in qualifying with the Whelan team, the fan club down there at the northern end of the circuit. Do they have anything to say?
Oh no, they're having a few beavies quite early on, so I think by now they have a lot to say, but that's just the hospitality we find at this Timaru circuit. Everybody is just top blokes. They're in here for the long haul, they're here for a couple of days. But this guy here, I reckon he's a sensation. He's been a long-time campaigner, he circulates, and he's just the top bloke out of the car.
Well, he's done the job in this one. He's taken the last lap board, last lap run for the Cartridge World. Number 89, Van Diemen Stealth, John Whelan. He knows how to win races. He's won a championship previously. He's got a pretty big gap there. Heimgartner just unable to do anything about it.
Look at the head march. It's so funny to see. You'll see them look to the left mirror, they look to the right mirror to find out where the guys are, but it's just in unison. It's just good to see.
Heimgartner trying to come back at him through the infield. Maybe one big opportunity at the hairpin, but he's not close enough.
He's also got to be defensive because of the Matt Williams car is going to attack it any minute. So you can't help but think old Johnny Whelan, 2 corners to go. And here's one of them, hairpin.
Well, Webling's going to lose a few points here. This is going to continue to change and close up the championship. Whelan through to the final corner. He will take his first win for the 10-11 championship. Whelan with the victory from Andre Heimgartner, Matt Williams, Stefan Webling, the championship leader. Timmy Vickers in 5th with Andrew Vincent in 6th. John Whelan becomes the 5th different race winner for the 10-11 New Zealand Formula 4 Championship. John Whelan with the victory from Andre Heimgartner, 0.4 of a second at the line. Matt Williams in 3rd ahead of Stefan Webling, Tim Vickers, Andrew Vincent and Richard Vickers.
John, congratulations, mate, and winners, welcome to the winner's circle.
Yeah, it's been a wee while waiting, but I'm finally here, and hopefully there's going to be a few more to come.
Yeah, hey, mate, look to me on TV. It looks like you rehearsed that move. 3 or 4 laps in a row, we could see you right. Where do I turn into the back straight? And you finally got that run on him.
Yeah, it took me sort of about 3 laps of planning, and then just nailed it on the right lap. It was just judging the right time to turn in.